Hi everyone, I'm Karen from Cafe Bebe. I'm here to you today because I have a bit of a rant. I was going to write this in a blog post, but I was encouraged by a few other of my friends on Twitter to vlog about it because they wanted to see me rant. I think I can make it through without swearing, but I might get a bit sarcastic and I might roll my eyes a few times, so just be prepared for that. What I'm going to rant to you about is not about Little Mrs. Temper Tantrums that have been causing us a bit of distress, but about the playgroup that we attend on Tuesdays, which is where the temper tantrum yesterday originated at. And my rant is about mothers. There have been a couple mothers at this playgroup. My friend Sabina and I, Mummy Matters, take our children to this playgroup, and we've been going since about the end of, November time of last year we started attending. Our two girls are probably the oldest of the group, but there's a variety of ages and children, boys and girls, all sorts. And it's a nice group run by a church. They have lots of toys, tons of toys, lots of space for the children to play. They do crafts, they have a story time, we have a sing-song time at the end. But there's nothing overly constructive that's done at the playgroup, and it's mainly an opportunity to allow the children to play and the mummies to talk. Sabina and I tend to stick to each other for the most part, and it appears that perhaps that's a bit of the problem. Something was said to Sabina at one time by another friend of hers that we only talk to each other, and that it may be perceived that our children are troublemakers as well. Because they tend to be fairly exclusive with each other. And so I've tried to be much more vigilant about watching Little Miss, making sure she's interacting with other children, trying to prevent any scuffles from happening or anything like that. So from that experience at the end of last year, I was a bit wary and have been a bit hesitant about going to the playgroup, but I didn't want to deprive Little Miss of the opportunity to have some fun, particularly with her best friend. However, yesterday was an Easter party at Playgroup, and I incurred the scorn of one mother because Little Miss had one too many Cadbury cream eggs in her Easter basket for the Easter hunt. I had no idea there was a rule about how many Cadbury cream Easter eggs one child could claim. Apparently it was only one. Well, no one told me. But Ella had 3 in her basket, and that's apparently a bad thing. And she sort of looked into Little Miss's basket and said, "Oh, well, I think she's got enough." And I thought, "Oh, pardon me." So I kind of secretly took one of the Cadbury cream eggs out of Little Miss's basket and popped it into her son's basket without either of them realizing. So I was doing a good deed without even being rewarded for it. And then I got lots of looks from this mother and sort of, "My child's perfect and sitting right next to me, and your child is jumping about and running and having a good time, God forbid." And basically, because I felt sort of chastised by this mother, I created Little Miss's temper tantrum because she was jumping down off of a stage, mind you, it was 6 inches off the ground, towards the parachute where we were all sitting. And I was trying to prevent her from hurting herself or anyone else, and that's what kicked off the temper tantrum. So I really appreciate this mother giving me these looks, which then caused me to feel like a failure as a mother, and caused my child to then have a temper tantrum. So anyway, after the temper tantrum had gone on for a few minutes in the corner of the room, I decided the best method was for me to pick up Little Miss and take her downstairs, mind you, because we were in an upstairs area, and take her out because she needed quiet space to scream and vent. So I managed to have a screaming, kicking, writhing toddler in one arm, and then had to negotiate the stair gate at the top of the stairs. It took me a few seconds to sort of rattle it out. No one offered to help me. I managed to release it and walk down the stairs. My primary goal was to get down the stairs without dropping my 2-year-old daughter down the stairs. It was not to put the stair gate back in place. There were volunteer members of staff that were there. They could have done it. They saw that I went downstairs, and I couldn't shut the gate. And apparently afterwards, one of the other mothers went up to Sabina, Mummy Matters, my friend, and said, "What was Karen thinking? She didn't shut the gate after she left, and my Finley nearly fell down the stairs." Well, guess what? It was not, first of all, you shouldn't be complaining about me to my friend. Second of all, it was not my responsibility to shut that gate when I was trying to safely get my daughter downstairs. And if your child nearly fell down the stairs, that's your responsibility. You need to watch your son, not anybody else. So I have decided, thanks to the nastiness of other mothers, that little Miss and I are going to do something different on Tuesday mornings after the Easter holidays. It may be another morning at nursery. It may be another playgroup. It may be, I don't know, just getting some fresh air and exercise. But guess what? The playgroup is not going to get our £1.20 any longer, and you nasty, crappy mummies can just take your opinions and stick them. So that is my rant about the playgroup. Have you ever had a horrible experience at playgroup? Have you ever had to deal with snipey, nasty mummies? I'd love to know how you deal with it. And if you've got a nice playgroup, maybe my little miss and I can come to it as well. Thanks very much. Have a good week. Bye-bye.